Everybody, it's the Lawn Gnome, and welcome to a comfy, cozy, oversized holiday, end-of-the-year pop update for December 2015. Guys, there is so much amazing news to tell you. I have made sure that this is going to be nothing but things that will bring you warmth and joy, and more important, the urgency to go and empty your pockets in stores that sell Funko Pop figures, because everybody, not only are there some amazing specials and some amazing additions to some current lines, there are also some amazing new lines on the way, and they're only rough sketches right now, but I am very excited to showcase what I have found for you all. So I'm hoping that you've managed to grab a drink and a snack, because we're going to be here a while talking Funko Pops, but whoever said there was anything wrong with that? But before we get into all the amazing Funko Pop news, since this is the holidays and it is a time to be with friends and family, let's take a little trip and take a look at how some other collections, as well as my own, have been going. Now I know what you're all thinking. How in God's name did you come up with this combination, Lawn Gnome? Well, the reason why is because of the fact that each of these Pops are actually owned by my brother-in-law, Teddy Jets, who is here once again to showcase this very special Pop presentation. As always, my good friends, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
And my sister, his wife, this is hers, Linus Van Pelt, and the New York Comic-Con exclusive Game of Thrones Iron Throne. When I actually went and told Teddy Jets that this was coming out, we both were very hesitant to get our hands on any Game of Thrones Pop. Am I correct?
Oh yeah, that's absolutely true.
And it's only because of the fact that there's just way too many awesome ones, and you can't just have your favorite, you have to have them all.
Way too many.
When I showed him that the Iron Throne was coming out, we both said, I want to get that. Yep. But then we found out that it was a New York Comic-Con exclusive, and we both got really angry.
Oh.
But then we actually heard that some of these Comic-Con exclusives were coming to Hot Topic, so we both said, let's go on a pop run, and let's see if it's there.
Yay!
We managed to get 2 of them, just because of the fact that it was such a great BOGO deal. So we got the Iron Throne.
By the way, just to let everyone know, and Lawn Gnome, it's like sold out. In every store,
you can't
in every
get
Hot
it anywhere.
Topic. I can't find it anymore.
I think the most amazing thing is how many people I know on YouTube who actually collect Pops all managed to get out and get their hands on one, and they all are saying the same thing. You can't find them anymore.
You can't find them anymore.
It's, you know something? It's very simple, but at the same time, it is the most complex, just because of the fact that when you take a look at the sculpt up close, all the detail in the swords on the throne seat, on the throne backside, even when you turn it around, it's just absolutely amazing. It's like they literally melted pieces of vinyl together. So I'm pretty sure that you, sir, are very happy with the fact that you actually have this now.
I'm super happy.
Yeah, and now we're going to talk about Linus Van Pelt. Just in case anyone does not know, the Peanuts movie is actually out in theaters. I know that a couple of countries still don't have it yet, so if you haven't seen it, you must get on it. My sister is not a big fan of pop collecting, but when I actually saw that Peanuts were coming out as Pops, I know that she is a huge Linus fan, so I got it for her, and you want to know what the craziest thing is? She loves it. And this is a very simple Pop, but they really capture the mannerisms of Linus, all the way from the shoes to his socks, and even the fact that he carries his blanket around. It's absolutely perfect. And when you take a look at the hair, it's perfectly sculpted, just like the Peanuts comic strip character, and I personally was not the biggest fan of the way these looked, but you know something? The thing that Brian Marietta, the CEO of Funko, said is, eventually you are going to find a Pop that just speaks to you, and the fact that my sister was willing to give it and have this one for her very own makes me very happy. So there you go, guys, the New York Comic-Con exclusive Iron Throne and Linus Van Pelt from the Peanuts line, and we are going to be back in just a couple seconds because we've got some more Pops to review. So once again, I am back with Teddy Jets, and I promise everybody he's actually going to be saying a lot more in this video. We have already known, thanks to some previous Pop updates of mine, that he is a huge Quentin Tarantino fan, and I had a strange feeling somewhere down the line he was going to collect the next Tarantino set, which is the Kill Bill line. Now, unfortunately, it is not complete, and we did fortunately take a look at the Entertainment Earth Bloody Go-Go Yubari, but I know for a fact, knowing him, that there will probably be a Go-Go in his life. But for now, what we do have here is the Bride, Bill himself, a member of the Crazy 88, and Oren Ishii. Sir, what is it about Kill Bill, next to Pulp Fiction, that makes it such an iconic Tarantino film?
Well, I love the story behind it, and I absolutely love the battle scenes with the swords. You don't get many battle scenes with swords anymore like we used to, with Country Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and all that. Kill Bill, I think, was, like, in my opinion, the second best movie when it comes to sword fight.
Now, what do you love the most as far as the details on each of these figures? Because I can tell you, seeing what I'm seeing right now, and besides the Gogo Yubari, which is probably one of the most detailed, I personally think that the details on Oren Ishii are probably the best.
Oh yeah, I agree. I really love the flower in her hair, and as you pointed out to me, the freckles on her face,
there are
which
freckles
are subtle.
on her face. They're very subtle, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was never really the biggest fan of Bill in the movie, but maybe that's just because of the fact that it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but they got some really good details on him, and now that I'm actually taking a look at The Bride, I absolutely love the yellow jumpsuit. The details, especially when it comes to the stripes and the belt buckles, even the patches on her chest area are pretty incredibly accurate if you really take a good look at it.
Yeah, the yellow jumpsuit's actually pretty iconic.
Yeah, pretty
for
much.
her character.
What exactly do you have to say about a member of the Crazy 88? Like, how significant was the Crazy 88?
The Crazy 88s were part of one of the greatest scenes of all time in any movie.
I would agree with you on that. That was an amazing fight scene in Volume 1. It really was.
God.
And I just love the way that he has his eyes in the mask. The fact that it doesn't look like a character like Robin or Nightwing in the DC line, where the eyes are pretty much inside the mask itself. They actually have, like, you see the flesh, and I absolutely love the detail on the suit itself. Even the shoes, they look extremely shiny. I love that. But also, I can't deny that the hair on each of these characters is just incredible, especially Bill and the Bride. I absolutely love the way that the hair looks on all of them. But
yeah, but look at Oren Ishii's bun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree that,
awesome.
yes, the bun is awesome. I love buns in general, especially when they're sticky, but that's beside the point. I think also, on her, I also really like the way that the sword looks, especially, like, she's got it with the sheath in one hand and the sword in the other. Just like you were saying to me earlier, this was the thing that she was wearing when she was fighting the Bride in the snow. But besides Gogo, this is pretty much the entire set of the Kill Bill line, and like Pulp Fiction, I personally think that we're not done here. I think there's going to be more. The ones that I would like to see are Bud. I would also like to see Ellie Driver, preferably in the nurse's suit.
So would everyone.
And Veronica Green. And maybe even that other guy who ran the place for the Crazy 88, we called him Charlie Brown.
Oh, I love that guy.
That would be a really cool thing to see. Imagine if they actually made a Charlie Brown from the Peanuts variant in, like, a kimono, like
so
Charlie
funny.
Brown shirt. That would be really funny. But what would you like to see as far as you're concerned?
Well, in my opinion, this is not enough characters, and there for sure should be more. I want to see a scalped Oren Ishii.
That would be pretty cool.
No head, no scalp.
That would be a great... I
off.
could see that coming in, like, a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive or something like that.
And I would go to San Diego for that. Pop Ride, the Pussy Wagon.
Yeah. You know, I didn't even think about that.
Wagon.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah.
And you know what else would be really cool? Because they also do those double packs with a regular size pop and a mini pop. This just came to my head. How about either the Bride or Bill with the daughter?
Oh, that would be cool.
And of course, I completely almost forgot the Bloody Bride.
You have to have the Bloody Bride.
Yeah, that would be an excellent one. That probably won't even be an exclusive. You could probably see that one just on its own in a regular series.
Do you know how there's a Pop Ride, and usually with Pop Rides, there's a special pop that come with it?
Yeah.
There should be a Bride that has a wiggly toe. I don't know, just a thought.
Well, as far as a Pop Ride goes, there's another one I just suddenly came up with. How about the Bride with a motorcycle?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Are you satisfied with the fact that you have officially added another Tarantino line to your collection?
Oh, yeah, but...
And I don't know what your thoughts are on the Hateful Eight pops that they just showed the glam shots for. I mean, for me personally, I kind of feel that we need to see the movie first before we start picking characters.
I can't believe you just said Hateful Eight. I'm still wearing my pants.
And that does it for our little trip to the Teddy Jets household to review the pops. If there's one thing you need to know about me, it's how much I love to spoil people rotten with Funko goodness. And so I am now at my fiance's place, and she will be here because there are a couple of questions that I do need to ask her about each of these three pops. If not, maybe just two. But she is here. Just say hello so everybody knows that you are here.
Hi.
So the first one that we're going to take a look at is probably one of the most defining icons in pop culture, and that is the one right here in the middle. He is part of the animation line, number 49. He is in the Peanuts grouping. It is Snoopy, that wonderful, mischievous little dog of Charlie Brown that everybody knows and loves. And we both saw the Peanuts movie, and you did like it, right?
Loved it.
Yeah, it was a fantastic movie, and Snoopy to me was definitely one of the highlights. But what is really amazing about this specific Pop is the fact that he is part of a double pack. He also comes with Woodstock. I apologize for the fact that Woodstock is a little off-center, and that's just because of the fact that he can't stand on his own, and I don't understand why. But one of the few things that I will say about this Pop, especially along with Woodstock as well, is even though they are two of the most simplest in the collection, they are just absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact that Woodstock, especially when you see him from a profile view, and I'm just going to have to put him down, as I said, he can't stand, and Snoopy, all he has is just the red collar and the black ears and the little spot on his back and the speckle on his tail. They're so simple, yet they are perfect, and that's what I love about them so much. And I'm so glad that even though I wasn't the biggest fan of the Peanuts line, I just didn't think that the quality of the look of them were great. I thought that Snoopy and Woodstock were probably the best two in the collection, and I know that since my fiance and I are big Snoopy fans, I only thought that it was appropriate that she have Snoopy in her collection and not me. But now we're going to talk about one that definitely deserves to be in her collection. She is a big Once Upon a Time fan, and there are a couple of people that I know on YouTube that are fans too. And one of the characters that she loves so much is Killian, also known as Captain Hook. I don't understand why he is not called James Hook, and he is number 272 in the television line alongside with Snoopy. I don't know why their respective lines are not on the boxes. Maybe it's an error, I don't know, but I love the details on this character, even though I don't watch the show. He's gorgeous. I love the way that his hair looks. It's perfect with the sculpture. I love the goatee. I love his outfit, especially the details on the boots. But the reason why I have my fiance behind me is for a question in regards to Captain Hook.
Before you say anything, I'd like to point out, you said the Pop is gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
The actor is gorgeous.
Well, that's one of the main reasons why she is a fan, but my question, as someone who doesn't ask many Once Upon a Time fans about these characters, why is Captain Hook so popular amongst the fans?
He started off, I guess, as a bad guy, but never quite as a villain. Even when he sort of was a villain, he wasn't a villain, because as much as we're used to Peter Pan being the good guy and Hook being the villain, and Hook becoming Hook as a Peter Pan, in the case of Once Upon a Time lore, Peter Pan is a bad guy, so him turning Hook into sort of a bad guy, it relates also to his personal crocodile, who I will not reveal who it is, even though the fans know, because it ties into 80 billion things, but I don't know, he's my McDreamy, even though it's a totally different show. He just needs to talk, and I can look at his eyes, and I'm happy.
And people really like that relationship that he has. I hope I get this right, which is why I'm glad you're here. He has that relationship that's with Emma? Right, I thought it was Emma. Okay.
Some
and
people
she is...
actually are sick of it, and one of my friends stopped watching the show because of that relationship.
But if you also want Emma Swan, she is actually one of the Pops you can get along with Snow White and Rumpelstiltskin, Prince Charming, and everyone's favorite Regina. And now for the final Pop, which is one that's actually very special for the both of us, and he's part of the Disney line. They made another version of Stitch. This is the third version of Stitch, but when I saw that Disney's Pop line was going to have Sitting Sad Stitch, as I called him, I just had a feeling that my fiance was absolutely going to love it. But then when I found out that Hot Topic was going to make an exclusive flocked Stitch, I just had to get my approval for her first. So I just showed her a picture, and I'm not going to lie, she just did little puppy whimpers, just basically saying that he was adorable, I must have him, and she didn't even have to say any words, just the puppy whimpers, and now he is hers. And I love the details, especially on the bottom. They even have his paw prints on his fuzzy butt, and I love the details on his ears, especially with the grooves, and I love how they got the design on the back of him so perfect. But as someone who has never owned a flocked Pop before, I understand why they are so popular. They are adorable, they are soft, and flocked ones seem to be some of the rarest when it comes to exclusives, which I think is very interesting because there's glow-in-the-darks, there's blood splatters, but these exclusive flocked ones, they go and sell out like you wouldn't believe. And it's because of the fact that it's always the ones that you would never expect that will become these flocked Pops. But Sitting Sad Stitch, I personally thought that he was fantastic. I just loved the accuracy in the way they showed the character in the sculpture, and I just said to myself, if I'm not going to get it for myself, if my fiance wants it, I had a feeling that she would, and she did, and I know for a fact that even though she will not show herself, she is right now behind me, I can tell, probably nodding and so happy that she owns this Pop in her little collection. So this is one of my first of many new Pops that I have added to my collection, and this one is another one that I have to say, yeah, I gave in. I kind of needed something for work to put on my desk, and I just said to myself, why not get some kind of a Funko Pop to put there? And I just said if it was going to be one of them, it had to be a bobblehead, even though I am not the biggest fan. I don't really care if they're bobbleheads or not. So I just said, what could I possibly get? And I decided to go with Star Wars. And of course, the brand new line from The Force Awakens came out, and I decided to go with one of the brand new First Order Stormtrooper Pops, and I absolutely love this one. It is so amazing and detailed, and of course, I had to go the extra mile because I have no intentions of getting any more Star Wars Pops. I went with the Amazon exclusive First Order Stormtrooper, and here it is. I love the paint job. I think it is absolutely perfect, especially when you get a closer look at the mask. I absolutely love the new Stormtrooper masks, especially when I've seen them in the trailers in the film, and they even went out of their way to do some more details on the box. There's actually a little design inside the box. It looks like it's the brand new First Order Imperial logo, which I think is pretty cool, and this Pop all around is absolutely perfect to me. I also like the fact that you can even take it off its base, but I'm not going to do that. This is going to sit at my desk during the day, and I'm most likely going to lock it up at night when I go home, because these things, no matter where they are and no matter where I put them, are very precious to me, and I'm kind of happy that I actually have something Star Wars in my Pop collection at this point in time. Here they are, as you can see, next to their appropriate film. This is the vinyl Pop figures of Marty McFly and Dr. Emmett Brown. That was almost 2 years ago, so now let's get back to the future. I have to finish off this Pop update with my collection with these two. I told you guys that they were on the way, and that I was so excited to actually own these in my collection. Of course, we all know in celebration of Back to the Future Day, which was October 21st, 2015, there were going to be some very special Back to the Future Pops. And they were only going to be exclusives to a couple of different things, and I was so glad that with the help of my brother-in-law, Teddy Jets, we managed to find them and add them to each of our respective collections. Yes, he actually owns them as well. So we are going to start with the Loot Crate exclusive, and you can see on the box, of course, it says the Loot Crate sticker right over there. I don't subscribe to Loot Crate, but I did actually manage to find this one for a very good price on eBay, and it is $19.55 Dr. Emmett Brown. This is such a great Pop, and the details on this one are fantastic, especially when you compare it to the original Doc Brown in the movie set. This is number 236, and this one is just amazing because you've got such amazing detail on the goggles, the electrical current going through the jumper cables, also the details on his pockets. If you turn him around, you've got a battery pack on the back, and it's definitely detailed just as well as the rest. His hair is phenomenal, and of course, to top it all off, his scar from when he came up with the idea of the flux capacitor. And what's even more interesting is textures, and we're going to get a little bit more into that as we review the other one, which I was even more excited for. It is Marty McFly in 2015 on a hoverboard. Look at the details in this Pop. It is not as good as I thought it would be, but from a distance it looks pretty gorgeous. And the reason why I say that is, if you take a look at the bottom underneath the base, first of all, I was a little upset over the fact that the base is not detachable like the female Pops when you can take them on and off their stands. This is pretty much glued onto the hoverboard, but as you can see, there's really no detail on the bottom. I thought that they would have at least colored the hover discs of the board into the usual gray color from the film, but they didn't. But they did get excellent detail on the board itself, and even though it doesn't say hoverboard on it, it's not bad at all. There is also one small issue. There's a little bit of a paint smudge on his lace-up Nike sneaker, but other than that, this is such a detailed Pop. Along with the sneakers, you've got the pants pockets inside out, you've got the self-fitting jacket, and going back to textures, if you take a very good look, it's not easy to see, but if you feel it, it scratches, so it looks like the mesh texture on the jacket, which is absolutely awesome. And the fact that it also says Back to the Future 2 on the box, this is number 245 in the movie set, and this is an exclusive from Fun.com. I was a little angry when I heard that the Marty was going to be in the Z-Box exclusive in the UK, so I didn't think I was going to get my hands on it, but Fun.com instantaneously came out with ads saying, if you live in the United States, you can get this too. So, there you have it, guys. And just having these makes me more excited to see if there's going to be any more Back to the Future Pops on the way, maybe a new Pop ride, or maybe some Back to the Future characters, in addition to Doc and Marty, or maybe even some stuff from Back to the Future 3. But the coup de grace of all of this is something even more interesting, and it's actually on Doc Brown's box. When you turn him around, you take a look and it says you can still get Marty and Doc, but it has them as numbers 49 and 50 in the movie line. So, I had to at least finish off by bringing the originals back. Take a good look at mine. 61 and 62. That's pretty awesome. I think the value has just gone up on these two when I first purchased Pops those 2 years ago. So that's it for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed this entire collection feature tour, but now let's get into the really, really cool stuff for 2016. So yeah, we're far from over when it comes to this video, everybody. We still have so much news to talk about. So the first thing that we're going to tackle is the Black Friday stuff. I really had no intentions of getting any of these, although I will not lie that when it came to the GameStop, I absolutely loved the Darkest Knight Superman and the Michael Keaton Batman. But what I will say about these two groups of Pops, if you have gotten duplicates and you are willing to trade, go to Nerd Therapy's Facebook page. There is a whole window open for people who are looking to trade duplicates that they got, and they're even willing to trade gold ones, so I think that that's also pretty cool. So if you were on the bandwagon with all of these Black Friday things from Hot Topic or GameStop, you are more than welcome to reach out to these people and they will try and make a trade happen for you. And now let's take a look at some of the collector boxes, because we definitely have a lot there too. The Marvel Collector Core had two various versions of Michael Morbius. That I think is pretty awesome, because he's a character that not that many people who are mainstream know about, but you could have gotten him in a regular version or a zombie version. Or maybe you went out and you got a Smuggler's Bounty, which was Star Wars, and there were 3 Pops to choose from. One came in every box, and then it was a matter of what the second one was going to be. But of course the one that everybody got was the Chrome Captain Phasma, and the Chrome ones are definitely amazing. You can practically see yourself in them. But you also had the ability to get a Force Awakens TIE Fighter pilot, just plain black, or a TIE Fighter pilot that had red stripes. Or maybe you're interested in doing some contests, because there is an amazing giveaway contest that is being offered by Funko, in which you could get some special versions of the new Hanna-Barbera wave that is coming out, and we'll take a look at that very, very soon. But that's another opportunity that people have. Now let's take a look at some of the specials that are coming out. Entertainment Earth is coming out with 2 very impressive specials. One is a Bug Cat, which apparently is the reverse cat bug from Bravest Warriors. I hear so many people like these, but I still don't really know what it's about. Please let me know what it is. But I love the variant Oscar the Grouch, because if you're not a fan of Sesame Street or don't really know much about it when it first aired, Oscar was yellow. So the fact that they are making a yellow version of Oscar the Grouch is pretty freaking amazing. Probably one of the biggest disappointments is the Books-A-Million version of Killian Jones. Of course, Once Upon a Time's Captain Hook that all the girls just love to swoon over. They made a Captain Hook with no hook. And it's just basically the same one with just 2 regular hands, and there's no reason for anyone to really go and get that one, in my opinion. It looks pretty stupid to me. There's also plenty of specials in the world of Marvel. Walgreens now officially has done Pop Inception. There is an exclusive of an exclusive, and this is the glow-in-the-dark black costume Spider-Man, which looks pretty awesome. But there's also one from Hot Topic, which is Agent Carter with a golden orb, and probably one of the more interesting ones from GameStop, which is Black Widow with Captain America's shield. Also in the world of comic books, all of you Arrow fans should be delighted to hear that Felicity Smoke is in fact going to be a Pop, and she is going to be added to the collection. Another one that a lot of people are very excited for is the fact that DreamWorks has some new Pops coming out. You can get the Shrek line. I think they look really cute, especially Donkey, but I don't know if I'm going to get them for myself. But you can get Shrek, Puss in Boots, or Donkey, or maybe you are interested in Kung Fu Panda with Kung Fu Panda 3 coming out very soon. You can get 2 versions of Poe, as well as Tigress, and also an Entertainment Earth exclusive of a flocked Poe. I know that there were some others that were in concept drawings, but there's no news in regards to characters like Shifu or Monkey, but I have a feeling that more Kung Fu Panda characters will be coming. Maybe if you just want to get colorful for the holidays, there are 2 new versions of Groot and Toothless coming out. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy and How to Train Your Dragon. They've got 2 holiday specials of their characters, and I definitely will say that they look pretty darn cute. But if you want to talk about exclusives, if there's one company that is just doing it, it is Hot Topic. They have way too many new exclusives coming, so I'm just going to go through them all as quickly as I possibly can. As I mentioned, the Sanrio line is expanding with the new friend Gudetama. You can get 2 different versions of Gudetama. You can also get a brand new Marceline from Adventure Time. You can also get 2 new characters in the Supernatural line. One is Castiel Steve, and another one is Bobby Singer. You can also get some pre-releases of Steven's Universe. I don't know what this show is about. I know it's on Cartoon Network, and I heard that it has a major fan base, but there are 4 characters, including Steven, coming out, so if you like Steven's Universe, there you go. New Pops for you. There's also going to be a whole bunch of pre-releases in the world of anime. Some anime characters that have not been Pops just yet that a lot of people are very excited for. An oversized character from Naruto, and other shows including Tokyo Ghoul, Soul Eater, Fairy Tail, and Bleach. Pretty darn cool. The details on these look pretty darn awesome. Game of Thrones fans, there is going to be another 3-pack of the dragons, but this time they are going to be metallic dragons. So if you don't have these yet, I'm sure you are definitely going to want to add these to your collections. Swamp Thing is coming. That's a fan favorite, one of the greatest done by Alan Moore, but there's 3 different versions. There is a regular, there's a glow-in-the-dark, and there is a flocked. I don't know if these are exclusives to certain stores, but if they are, I will definitely keep you posted. Another Hot Topic exclusive is the fact that there's going to be more Invader Zims, but they're only going to be Gurs. I mean, don't get me wrong. They look pretty cute. Gur with a cupcake and Gur unmasked. I personally would prefer to see Gur entirely just as a robot and not with his dog suit on at all, but where are all the other great characters? I want them so badly, but I'm sure that Invader Zim fans are going to enjoy these new versions of Gur very much the same. But now it's time to take a look at some of the new line extensions and new lines. Fallout is extending its collection. There are 4 new characters coming out, and I don't know anything about this game, so if you are Fallout fans, these are obviously coming from Fallout 4, so if you are Fallout fans, please let me know if these are definitely cool things that you are interested in picking up. And cue the music, everybody, because I know for a fact that lots of people are excited for Doctor Who Wave 2. There is an awesome brand new Vanishing TARDIS, which is an oversized pop, which looks fantastic. And it looks like that Christopher Eccleston, the 9th Doctor, is going to become a pop as well. But you've also got the Silence, and you've also got a bunch of companions, including Captain Jack, Sarah Jane, River Song, and Rose. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more of these on the way because everybody loves Doctor Who, and as I thought it would be, the Pop set was very, very popular. And of course, we've got the third wave of the Hanna-Barbera line, which includes Ricochet Rabbit, Penelope Pitstop, Quick Draw McGraw, and Squiddly Diddly. But I'm still excited to see what the Scooby-Doo Pops are going to look like, and I'm hoping that there are going to be a Jetsons Pop line on the way. The WWE line is expanding along with a brand new classic wrestler, the late Rowdy Roddy Piper, who just passed away earlier this year. The details on the shirt and the kilt look fantastic. I also know that there's an Ultimate Warrior coming out, but I haven't seen any glam shots yet. But as soon as I see them, I will definitely bring them to you. We've also got the Wave 2 of the Harry Potter line, and I love all of these pops. You've got Ron, Harry, and Hermione from Goblet of Fire. You've got Dobby. You've got Draco. You've got the Michael Gambon Dumbledore. You've got Neville. You've got Luna. And you've got a Dementor. But I think the one that everyone is very excited for is Sirius Black. And again, I said that this was going to be a huge line. I have a feeling that Wave 3 is going to be even bigger. We've also got some brand new lines coming out, and they look fantastic. I think probably one of the most impressive ones is the fact they are making a Bruce Lee collection. So far there are two from two of his specific films, but I have a feeling that there are going to be more coming out because Bruce Lee is a martial arts icon, and these new Bruce Lee pops do look pretty amazing. Daredevil's Netflix series is getting a Daredevil pop line. We've got 3 versions of Daredevil. Of course, one of them is him as Matt Murdock, but you're also going to get Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin. They look pretty amazing. I cannot wait to see what these look like up close. Will I get them? I have a feeling no, but I can't deny the fact that Daredevil is an awesome show, and I'm so glad that it's having a pop line. I have a strange feeling that Jessica Jones is on the way next. We've also got Willy Wonka and an Oompa Loompa coming from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and I am going to say this right now, Willy Wonka is mine. I absolutely love this film, and I cannot wait to have this character in my collection because the details on these two characters look amazing. Even the Oompa Loompa looks pretty cool, but I don't know if I'm going to get it for myself. Maybe I'll get it for someone else who loves the movie just as much as I do. We've also got Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, the new movie that's coming out in February. I saw the trailer, it looks pretty cool, and of course people who have read Pride and Prejudice are definitely excited to see characters like Elizabeth, Jane, and Mr. Darcy fighting zombies. To celebrate the new Quentin Tarantino movie, there is a Hateful Eight line coming out, and I think that the details on these pops are amazing. Probably some of the most detailed that I have seen, especially when it comes to the concept of fur. I have a strange feeling that there may be some exclusives where these fur hats actually are flocked. I have no idea what the movie is. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. I'm expecting it to be great because it's Quentin Tarantino, but I'm still a little upset that we haven't gotten a Django line or a Reservoir Dogs line and even a Inglourious Basterds line. I'm hoping that we get those somewhere down the line. Something that I am very excited for, I don't have glam shots, but I had to get a picture and show this to you guys. The Warcraft movie trailer was unreal. I cannot wait for this movie to come out, no matter how good or how bad it may be, but I want the pop line. Durtan looks amazing, and so does Garona and King Rin. I love this game. The movie looks phenomenal visually, and I'm just so happy that these pops are just as detailed as the details of the characters in the film. And as if! There's a Clueless line. I told you that it was coming, and these look great too. You can get Cher, Dion, and Brittany. I have a strange feeling that I'm going to end up getting one of these for my sister because she loved Clueless so much, and the details, the outfits look fantastic, guys. Just as good as they do in the movie. Now, if you want to talk exclusive, you can't get more exclusive than the Haunted Mansion set. These are 4 pops that you can only find at Disney theme parks. That is correct. So if you are anywhere near Disney theme parks, these will be showing up at them, and this is the only place where you can get these 4 characters from the Haunted Mansion. But don't stop there, because it's not just pops that everybody's going crazy for, because there's so much pop merchandise coming out in the next couple of months. There's everything from mugs to keychains to t-shirts, pins, bookmarks, pens. Funko is everywhere, everybody, and I'm so happy that after 2 years of reviewing pops, we still have so much coming. and I am very excited to see what 2016 has in store for the Funko Pop lines. There's already been some leaks, there's already been some rough sketches, but I know for a fact that 2016 may in fact be better than 2015. Thank you very much for another strong year of Funko Pop updates, everybody. I cannot get over the fact that I have officially done 21 of these. I am having so much fun finding out these things to bring to everybody, just to make everybody feel a little bit happier and latch on to those wonderful bits of their childhood, teenage years, young adulthood, and even today. So everybody have a wonderful holiday season. I hope you all get lots of pops, but I hope you also give some pops to people that you care about as well. And I'll see you next year as we begin another Funko Pop update year in 2016. Actions speak louder than words.